So you're a dog owner in Rhode Island, and you're thinking about training. That's a great step. Let's walk through how you can find the absolute perfect professional for you and your four-legged best friend.
You know, having a dog here in the Ocean State is pretty special. We've got it all, from bustling city sidewalks to gorgeous coastal trails. And honestly, good training is what helps you and your dog enjoy all of it with a ton of confidence.
Okay, here's what we're going to cover. We'll kick things off with why training is so helpful, specifically in our state. Then we'll help you figure out what your dog actually needs. After that, we'll get into finding a qualified pro, asking all the right questions, what to expect with costs, and finally some really great local spots to practice.
So first up, let's talk about the local landscape. Rhode Island has its own quirks and environments that make having a well-behaved dog not just nice, but, well, kind of essential for a peaceful life together. Just picture it, right? You're navigating those narrow, historic streets in Providence, or you're trying to handle the summer tourist crowds down in Newport. Maybe you just want to enjoy a coffee at an outdoor cafe. All of those everyday situations are so much more enjoyable when your dog is calm, focused, and listening to you. Next up, let's zoom in and focus on your dog, because before you even start looking for a trainer, it's really helpful to get clear on what you actually want to accomplish. So take a second and really think about this. Are you starting from square one with a brand new puppy? Or are you trying to work through a specific problem behavior with an older dog? Knowing your main goals is the first and maybe most important step to finding the right help. Most people's goals fall into one of these categories. You've got basic obedience, that's the foundation for everything. Puppy training, which really sets you both up for success. Good leash manners, because nobody enjoys being pulled down the street. And then there's behavior modification, which is for more complex issues like fear or separation anxiety. See which one of these really fits what you're dealing with. Now that you have a good idea of what you're looking for, let's talk about finding the right person for the job. You know, not all trainers are the same, and knowing what to look for can make a huge difference. This is a big one. You'll want to find a trainer who uses modern, humane methods. Positive reinforcement is all about building a trusting relationship with your dog by rewarding good behavior. That leads to a dog who is excited to learn, and you get results that actually stick around. Okay, let's break down those confusing letters you might see after a trainer's name. A CPDT-K means they're certified and their knowledge has been tested. A KPA-CTP tells you they're an expert in positive methods. And a CBCC-KA, well, that's a specialist you'd want for more serious issues like anxiety. Seeing these credentials means that trainer is committed to their education and their profession. Okay, so you found a few potential trainers and they've got good credentials. The next step is to actually talk to them. This is your chance to make sure their style and their whole approach are the right fit for you and your dog. You can use this list as your guide. Asking about their methods confirms they have a positive approach. Asking about customization makes sure they're not just using some cookie-cutter plan. And hey, a free evaluation, that's a great way to see if your personality's quick before you commit to anything. All right, let's get practical and talk about the different kinds of training you can get and what they generally cost here in Rhode Island. So here's a pretty solid look at the average costs for 2025. Group classes are usually the most affordable option, while something like a board and train program is obviously a much bigger investment. Seeing these numbers can help you figure out your budget and decide which format makes the most sense for what you're trying to achieve. So what's better, in-home training or a group class? Well, in-home is perfect for tackling problems right where they happen, like your dog barking at the mail carrier. Group classes, on the other hand, are fantastic for teaching your dog how to focus and stay calm, even with all the distractions of other dogs and people around. And now we get to the fun part, practice. Once you and your dog have learned some new skills, the real key to making them stick is to practice out in the real world. And the great thing is, Rhode Island has some amazing real-world classrooms. You can work on your dog's recall in the safety of the Coventry Dog Park, practice ignoring all the seagulls at Cunnamicket Point, or master that loose leash walking along the beautiful Blackstone River Bikeway. Using these local spots just makes the training so much more relevant and really prepares your dog for anything. You know, that's really what this is all about. Good training isn't just about stopping a dog from jumping up or pulling on the leash. It's about opening up a whole world of things you can do together, from a relaxing walk on the beach to a busy day downtown.
So the last thing to think about is, where are you going to go first? Putting the time into training pays off every single day. A well-behaved dog is just a joy to live with and a welcome sight wherever you go. It makes life better for you, your family, your neighbors, and honestly, everyone you meet on your adventures together. Best of luck on your training journey.